early this year, I had a pressing need which left me in a very hard decision making. So it was in between selling my asset or keeping it for future purpose. So at that point, I was really in a very, you know, difficult situation. So, uh, but at last, I had to sell out that asset to meet that need. You may ask me, did you make a very good decision selling that asset? Yeah, I made a very good decision selling that asset. Though I was finding it difficult to settle you know, with the decision of selling it. But I sold it and I met my need and also invested, which turned out to be the best decision I made. Welcome to the Era Podcast, where every story has its source. My name is Etito Dandan, and here with me, Frank. How are you doing?
Hello, my great listeners. How is everyone doing? I am so glad to be here again.
We are so super excited to be in this episode 5, right? Is it episode 5 or episode
Are
6?
you kidding me? It's episode 6, my
It's
bro.
a long ride. It's a long ride. Don't blame me. It can only be, passion. Okay. So I thank God that we are doing this and then we are so fast. It's a fast drive.
Guess what, guys? In case you haven't listened to our previous podcast, please do well to follow concurrently from episode 1 till date and fully be a part of our journey.
Yeah.
We love you so much. So today's topic is one that is very, very interesting. I find really interesting. The topic is decision making. And it is when you started by giving us your decision making story, I found it really intriguing because it's something that I can relate to. Because I remember some time ago when I was given 2 job offers and one paid more and the other had to do with, my purpose. And I was, battling with the decision either to, take something that will earn me more, or I should just go with something that I was comfortable with and I believed it was where I needed to be positioned at that time. Well, as difficult as that decision was for me to take, I realized that there are important things that are way more important than you ever really thought they were.
Important to you that
Yeah. So eventually, I'm grateful to God that I sat down and when I reasoned within myself, I came to a conclusion that it was more important for me to take something that would, benefit me in the aspect to which I'll learn and, I'll grow to impact.
And the result was good. It came out well now.
Of course, it did. So that's just it. That's what decision making is all about. Some decisions will not be easy for you to take, but most of them
decisions can never be smooth. Decision making or decision taking can never be always smooth.
But there are decisions you take without really thinking. For instance, the decision when you wake up in the morning and you just know that you're going for tea instead of coffee, or other decisions like waking up and you just feel like you want to fast today, you don't want to eat. Decisions like that don't cost you much. You just go on it.
They are the most important decision in life.
Yeah.
Which it has to do maybe it's something it has to do with your life. Yes.
Especially with relationships.
Purpose. Yeah, it has to do with career, maybe relationship. There are different, decision.
There's something I just realized here. Those little decisions we think like, or these little options we think that we pick because we feel like it's little.
Yeah.
Those
ones,
those
they always want that play out when
the thing is that it will not have much effect at the present time, but over time you realize
the big ones.
Yeah. Over time you just realize that those decisions were very huge. It had to do with something that would magnify over time.
Yeah.
So whether it is a small decision you're making or whether it's a small decision you're taking or it's a big one, you must understand that over time it will tell on you. It will tell on your future. It will tell on where you're going. It will tell on virtually everything. So that's just it.
So let's just dive into what we have. What are the major aspects of decision making?
Well, if I get you well, aspects, meaning maybe the drive, what drives people into making decisions, right?
Mm.
Okay, well, there are quite a number of them, but we have, very common ones. For instance, people take decisions when they are under pressure. People take decisions when they are high spirited, probably when they are very excited about something, and they go into taking decisions. And sometimes people take decisions seeking pleasure. They can also take decisions seeking freedom from something, and so much more. So there are so many reasons, there are so many things that pushes people into taking
Okay.
decisions.
Before we get into that, that decision while in pressure, yeah, let's look at the ones who are happy. You know, in life, when you are happy,
Yeah.
you can choose to make a very, very, very critical, decision, and then you feel like, oh, you are in the right track. You don't know that, it's very important, a very important thing that you are about to doing.
Yeah.
So, to me, when I'm so happy and when I'm so filled, when I'm so joyful, uh, I really pay attention
Mm.
to my decision, because at that point, being so excited, you can decide to say, I want to do this, I want to do that. So
Yeah.
you need to really pay attention, because talking about times of pressure, you
Mm.
might think and rethink and rethink, but in times of happiness, you don't want to
On
think
the
anything.
contrary, though, I feel like whether you're in your very happy state or whether you're in a state of pressure to take a decision, both what called both scenarios, requires critical thinking.
Yeah.
When you're under pressure, you'll be quick to take a decision because you're under pressure, and that doesn't necessarily mean that you end up taking the right decision. Equally, when you're very much in your excited mood, joyous mood, you might jump into taking decisions that most times might not necessarily be the right decision you're taking. So in whatever aspect, in whatever mood you find yourself, you must always make sure that you're taking that decision to favor you at that moment. It might not really favor you at that moment, but in time to come, you would want to look back and say, oh, this decision I made, it was for the best. Because sometimes decisions that we make, it will not tell on us at that moment, but most decisions are decisions that would retell, or will come back to you, and you'll be like, this is something I would have done differently. So that's just it.
That's why sometimes, while before making decision, it is good to stay undecided. I know being undecided would rather cost you than, help you. But if you can stay undecided for a little while to see how to, make a good decision, it will be much better.
Being indecisive is not a safe place. People will say, staying on the fence is quite safe, but it's not a safe place, because you being indecisive will cost you a valuable time. It will cost you, the time that it will
Your
cost you your
goals, your
goals. Yeah,
achievements.
those
That's why I'm
achievements.
saying that it's not good to stay for long, but it's rather good to be in a very, slim time frame, so that you
Okay.
can make a good decision. This is what I mean. Being undecided will would give you
Enough time.
not just enough time, will give you
That's like a choice
an
in itself.
opportunity.
It's a
Yeah,
decision itself, you
yeah,
being indecisive.
it will make you have opportunity to choose, right?
Okay.
It will give you a place, a seat, to stay calm, to choose, right?
Okay.
Sometimes in football games, that at times that the referee doesn't give its own verdict at the time, at the moment. but have to communicate with the officials to hear their opinions before you can give maybe a penalty, a free kick, or whatever. Even sometimes, even cards, because there are sometimes it wants to give it a yellow card, red card, or whatever. But they have to communicate with the official first. There are some instances like that. In that moment, it's like
It's a decision making
yeah, the
process.
process. So it's always good for us at some point to stay a little bit on that fence to make a proper step.
Okay.
But it is not right. It is not ideal for you to stay for so long because it will keep you trapped.
Absolutely. I think I understand that concept now better, because how do you even begin to take decision without first of all consulting maybe with an outsider or probably with yourself, because sometimes you need to sit down and ask yourself some questions.
That is why we have the intrapersonal,
Mm.
umpire.
Ooh,
Yeah.
what's that?
The intrapersonal and the interpersonal umpire has to do with your phrase yourself as the intrapersonal. Intrapersonal has to do with your self thoughts,
Okay.
you brainstorm,
reasoning.
your reasoning. You think about your decision, what you want to do. Is it going to be right? Is it going to profit me? Is it going to land in a very good ground? And then the intrapersonal be the one that,
Interpersonal.
okay, the interpersonal here
Yeah.
has to do with you maybe consulting
Yeah,
an
second.
external person,
Okay.
maybe a friend, a close person, a companion,
Wow.
to give you their own policy or their own opinion. Then you can
Okay.
use it to match with your intrapersonal
Alright.
umpire.
So that's the umpire thing there is like the referee that's
Yeah, it's just like the referee.
wow. So that's like what's the middle ground? Is it like the mediator helping you to decide, giving you what's okay? That makes sense.
I think we should go on a short break now. When we are back, we'll wrap up this podcast. I believe you are gaining value already. So when we're back, we'll bring to a conclusion.
Are you searching for hope, strength, and a deeper connection with God? Welcome to ascendingprayers.com, your trusted destination for powerful Christian prayers, uplifting Bible verses, daily devotionals, and faith-filled encouragement for every season of life. Whether you're seeking prayers for healing, family, breakthrough, protection, gratitude, or spiritual growth, you'll find biblically grounded resources designed to strengthen your faith and bring you closer to God's presence. Each prayer is carefully written to inspire, comfort, and help you experience the peace that comes from trusting God. No matter what you're facing today, remember, prayer changes things, and God is always listening. Visit ascendingprayers.com and discover hundreds of heartfelt prayers and encouraging scriptures to guide your daily walk with Christ.
Welcome back, guys. We are still on decision making, and so far we have talked about what decision making is all about and the importance of taking the right decision, no matter how small or big you may think the decision is. You have to follow the right process.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you have to really follow the right process when it has to do with decision making, be it a small or a big decision you have to make. You have to follow with the process. You have to prioritize.
yeah,
You have to prioritize it very well. So some people say, Shebi, it's a very small decision now. Let me just make it. No, you don't have to take it that way. In every decision making, you have to prioritize it.
Yeah, because like we said earlier, when you take minor decisions like that, you may think that it's just something for the present time, but some decisions we take, no matter how small, at the long run it will play out significantly in our life. So it's always important for us to prioritize the decisions we are making to make sure that we take the accurate one.
So and also very important because the way you are taking making decision in little things, that's the same attitude you will apply when you are doing in the big ones. So it's always so important.
So I guess at this point we're just going to go over the steps again. First of all, you have something you want to decide on. The first thing you would want to do is to weigh your both options, or even if it's multiple options that you have there, you have to weigh in your options and see the one that is, would favor you more. So in doing that, you might want to, search within yourself. Like
Do you have the peace? Are you
like my
comfortable?
friend said, you have to check your empire, your intrapersonal empire, and your interpersonal empire.
And more so, if you feel like you don't really have, or you are tense at the moment, you can shut down your intrapersonal and go for the interpersonal umpire, which is consulting people or meeting companions, meeting people to talk to you. Because at that point, you may likely make a wrong decision. So if you think yourself you are not qualified at the moment, to make that decision, you have to seek an advice.
And remember, being indecisive is not a wrong thing, but at the same time is not a safe ground to remain. So always make sure that when you're being indecisive, you're going about trying out if whatever those options you have, which of them will be more preferable for you, or which of them will be more favorable for you.
Time is not on your side. So you when you are undecided, you are actually working with time.
Yes.
So if you are undecided for a long period of time, your goals is at stake, your achievement is at stake. Whatever you were planning to achieve when making or when you decision that you have made, you have delayed it. So it's good that you make the decision. You have to make the decision. So
like we said, number one, you must check your peace level. Are you at peace with yourself, with whatever decision that you'll be going for? Are you okay with it? Is it going to grant you peace? And then sorting for advice is also there. When you seek for advice, and whatever you're getting, does it resonate with your peace of mind? And then you also remember, because decision making comes in two stages, or there are different things, two things that will prompt you to take your decision. One of it is peace, and then the other one is pressure. Always make sure that when you're taking your decision, you're not taking it out of pressure, because that could be dangerous. And then make sure that you go for your peace of mind eventually. So that's all we have for you on the Source Era podcast today. I don't know if you would have questions. You can always ask questions, ask us questions.
You can drop the questions on the comment section.
Thank you for listening to the Source Era podcast. If this episode inspired you, share it with someone. Follow the podcast and become part of our growing community. Be inspired. Stay informed. Join the era. See you in the next episode.